straight up. Your ho and Kwesi Arthur ebe posti ewo social media. You know, say, or the new album ever out. And everyone, especially those of us who love Kwesi Arthur, who saw his growth from GroundUP, Charlie, Monday, on the Sako, the medical. Eba ya be hodi on steady, you know, at a point in time, VGM is crowd, or Banos or the Kuku, but you know, Kwesi Arthur normalized how some of us, street boys, you know, how we lived. So it was cool, you know, it's, you know, Kwamina MP, and a whole lot of people ever join in, no, I say, I just said, not, it's a idea, a year kama. But me know, because Kwesi Arthur recently, just some few days ago, Ebe posted BB on social media, which has basically put a lot of people on edge. Now, idea na Kwesi Arthur Ebe posted on social media, Amasebi Ubia Ebisa said, wait, what is really going on? And then perhaps it's high time we need to pay attention to Kwesi Arthur. According to Kwesi Arthur, no patcher said, BB Koso Amagana for Yanjena, he may not be able to make music again. I sad said, you know, these kind of things will happen, but ultimately, no, a idea is here to say, Odrin Hokra on Tiase. So, Yebedi Kasha in Sama a Kwesi Arthur post here because me who said there's been a lot of reactions from people across border to Obia Eka once. So Kwesi Arthur basically posted a picture of this man, and then he posted an image basically in Sama Watcho. So this is Kwesi Arthur's official Twitter handle. We understand. Now we are learning that this particular man involved, he did a different Glen. Glen apparently, a person who owns GroundUP. Into those of us who follow that particular hip hop and hip life, GroundUP Charlie, GroundUP Charlie. This the man apparently, he owns GroundUP. Now, Kwesi Arthur posted this particular man's picture together with a lengthy this particular lengthy message. Basically, the party says, "Ne, yeah, that's sorry, na bibi yana." And I say anything bad etona mayen be so be a could be papa we a friend Glen. So the question is, what is really going on and what is really happening? Now we'll take it one by one. Because in some remember say a lot of people have come to speak, including Kwesi Arthur on one kasane ex-girlfriend a year Ifya Odo. Now we'll show the whole screen so I'll say, if anything happens to me, Glen Boateng and all team members of GroundUP Charlie are responsible and should be held accountable. I'm currently being asked to pay $150,000 for using images of myself for this current project. GroundUP Charlie claims to own me. Okay, GroundUP is now GroundUP Charlie or GroundUP claims to own me, my image, my music, and everything attached to it from 2016 to this day. Although I've not worked or had any affiliation to the company since Son of Jacob, that is the album or produced some time ago. I've not made a dime from any of my music within the period. I worked with them for years now, and receive constant threats and manipulation from Glen, who is living off my money and hard work. If for whatever reason this project that I am trying to give to my fans independently gets taken down, no Glen is responsible. Now, he further goes on to say here, he is working constantly around the clock for me to never put out music again. I've tried to not say anything for a long time, a long time though. This has affected my well-being and mental health greatly, but for the safety of myself and my family, I choose to publicly share the truth, Kwesi Arthur. So what Kwesi Arthur basically was saying here, and they say, Papaya, only ye a friend Glen, no, only papa nintemate, ne last album or Son of Jacob, no, only nintemate, Obia funny way. But unfortunately, anytime you tries to be releasing new music, we are not pay up per se. We own you. You can't produce new music, and you even as Kwesi Arthur, no, your brand, no, dear. And Kwesi Arthur said, nah, I've worked with you for all this while from 2016 till now. You've made money and millions out of me. Allow me to go. It's time for me to stand on my own as a man. Said you, the child grows up at a point in time, marries and departs from the home. So allow me, let me go. Okay, that was the argument that Kwesi Arthur making. And a GroundUP for they be based on intellectual and also contractual agreements. Kwesi Arthur does not have the right to leave. Now, in some way, Kwesi Arthur edited to Jano. What really happened was that there were a lot of reactions. Reactions bebre so ama man for bebre akasa ama meno kase Kwesi Arthur himself he has come to speak about this issue. Now emuana kwa kese Abodam say, oh, so Bibi say CDR, then we can make this the easy way or perhaps the hard way. Because I say the best way beat me aye and the best thing I beat my Yama Kwesi Arthur at this particular point in time, they say you be donate Ama Kwesi Arthur. But then we'll come back to that later. Same way question a year GroundUP for almost so they've got in contact with some media people. Makache media for say the narrative and the story of Kwesi Arthur and then the people they are trying to paint, it is not the full picture. So what is the full picture? Now, can see someone or contact GroundUP Charlie and will receive this message from them. So read it here. Also, Kwesi Arthur story from Team Glen. This matter so basically now or say Kwesi Arthur issue now of course there's more to it. So almost will be sending a year just now I'll explain some of the things which is really going on. Also yesterday, I shared a post from Kwesi Arthur about his issues with Glen and GroundUP. In the post, Arthur claimed his life was under threat and asked if anything happened to him, Glen should be held responsible. That is a serious allegation. This morning, I had a chat with someone close to Glen and GroundUP, so it is only fair that I post the side of the story. These are voice notes that were sent in confidence, so I may not be able to share them directly now without doing some reductions as I feel some border on legalities. Into a chair say or no so on a GroundUP for na kasa and a GroundUP for no omo kasa no almost so much semu. It is fair enough say almost side of the story no obema amansan the ehun. Now also a trial so ewo ha say as you can see on the screens. Or say Kwesi Arthur has a contractual deal with GroundUP that has not yet expired. I'm not privy to the details, but he read, agreed, and signed it. As to how fair it is, that is not my issue. He's been with them since 2016. Glen housed, fed, and clothed Kwesi Arthur all this period, not to talk of handling the business aspect of his music. As any sane person knows, these things do not come cheap. Kwesi Arthur's rise can actually be attributed to GroundUP. As we know, all raw talent alone does not take anyone anywhere. Kofumele, Twitch, etc. all benefited from GroundUP. Into show me yes, indeed now Kwesi Arthur is actually saying a whole lot of things. But the truth is, Nipa on no kono, Nipa no eshe some time ago. And let's say the truth, music is not a joke business. It's not a business, a joke. Into obi and na adwin say obey them, obe share obe maniska, obe promoting no, obe producing no, obe all these things a sika. Gen trust so. Arthur is not bound by contract to stay with GroundUP for life, so he's free to do his own projects so far as he does not use any material that was sponsored by them. Fast forward, he releases a video redemption with some images from GroundUP and he was asked to take it off because of intellectual property IP violations and he gets upset. Thing is, Kwesi is mature in the game now and will not have agreed if the situation was reversed. Kwesi Arthur even performs songs that are owned by GroundUP on stage, but they actually let it slide because if they go by the book, he should not be able to use their material. Inti tell me yes, ebra GroundUP, Kwesi Arthur GroundUP no, enyum be brought so yeah, GroundUP produce and under the GroundUP record label no, Kwesi Arthur does not have any authority and as any intellectual morality to use this. Because it was produced under someone. And even far from that, contracting the man, they gave him a lawyer to actually proofread it. He read, agreed, and signed it. It's a nearby send I said, yeah, oh, try somebody acting any indifferent. And fast forward, Kwesi Arthur knew me about producing and a new album me I be. Oh, share visuals nearby na. It contained videos from his past. A brand new young guy or rapping yard and or compile. You know, just say these are videos, a GroundUP owns, which in terms you call it IP, intellectual property. You can't use it in your new music. If you want to use it, perhaps you have to buy them, or perhaps you have to copyright them, or give us some money, or perhaps you have to talk or credit as something. And I could say, hey, me video, me and womb. Intimate so honestly, they are right this way because Rihanna crowd trying the picture is not for Rihanna, even though she's the person in it. And nipa no kuta camera ne try, you know. Isn't it amazing? It is. And to also have. Also, Kwesi Arthur even performs, and even far from this, Kwesi Arthur, and you know, or now or what GroundUP they produce in he can't perform it. The same thing has happened with Kiddy, Kwame Eugene, and the likes. The GroundUP crew have always engaged him through legal means, and no one has threatened him. If he believes so, he should post the evidence instead of endangering Glen's life by sharing his photos. He can also report to the police, which is the best option. Running to social media and using emotional tactics because you have the numbers will not solve anything. Find lawyers and pay them. They will handle this matter. The Fefe song, for example, okay, it was cited one reason. Kwesi Arthur issue here cost. Say the Fefe song, for example, was released without the involvement of GroundUP, but performed relatively well. So I believe with the right legal counsel, this should not be an issue. What I say, and no. So this is an account. I just say ultimately, GroundUP almost share. Now, one person for some time now, he came out, okay, to actually say, sir, all these things are about contractual agreement. He also fell victim. Because the one time hit maker Yalthog was a maybe of a GD power ha. In fact, everyone believes that Yalthog was the next thing. Empire Munia be Munia de. But then now we are not seeing Yalthog like before or how we anticipated. And now Yalthog, Eddie Ababe Tuja said, he had a deal with Empire. But unfortunately, this particular deal that he had with Empire now, he believes that this deal was supposed to be something which basically will have elevated his career, and rather, it's really killed or dented his career. Remember, so this is the same issue we are having with Black Sheriff. Black Sheriff recently, the manager Ekoka said, bra omuko Nigeria said Black Sheriff enko sign it. Your friend is saying, unko cha a music video, which is this particular music video was supposed to be a remix of a second sermon with Burna Boy, Okoya on the Empire for sign it deal. Am I deal near 15 years for $18,000? For $18,000, it's just 180,000 Ghana cedis. Ain't to me tough 4x4. It will groom her. And no any artist be a sign it. My Tom Atunkwa Sumo. You can tell talk or no view on this. You
don't care about joining or something, just go for it. Yeah.
So you choose being an independent artist over being signed to a record label?
I'll choose partnership over record label.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you'd rather share responsibilities and share everything, like be in a partnership with them, than for them to handle everything and you just be an artist under them and they will have, let's say, like a 360 deal.
Yeah, it's crazy. That 360. Your things have go fit die. You go fit think.
Your what go die?
Your things have go fit.
What thing?
You know.
So that is a talk in Sema Okan. But then maybe people are reacting to this. So if we flick post this, I now understand why all our collaborations could not happen. I've been worried about this for a long time. Was asking myself why? Remember I said we could flick is one person whose voice kind of resembles or is in close comparison to Kwesi Arthur. Or something trying to say, why doesn't he like me? Not knowing it wasn't his fault. I love you, Kwesi Arthur. If God says you are the chosen one, who be man? Don't ever lose your mind, my brother. Stay strong. Your mental well-being matters. I'm always here if you need me. So this is one person so also react it just all reacted to this issue ultimately amanko be kasa about this. Now one other person so also reacted to this issue, okay. AMG Medical posted a lengthy thing or posted a short message to Kwesi Arthur's letter or said leave Kwesi Arthur alone, and clearly this is one thing that just a washa. Now, all of these things are air cost.